I released a short video on one of the hard rules of driving. Don't change lanes in an intersection for the best defensive posturing. Moving through an intersection and changing lanes are two separate actions. Evan, a smart driver, asked me about this in response to a video that he'd watched on another channel, and I'll leave that video down in the description there, where Scott said, yes, in fact, you can change lanes through an intersection according to the rules of that state. I disagree completely, because you are being unpredictable when you're changing lanes through an intersection or a roundabout, which is also an intersection, and you're not exercising the skills and techniques for the best defensive posturing. As one of the comments said underneath the video, you can be right or you can be dead right. Just because you can doesn't mean that you should. Now, this question comes on the heels of an investigation that I was hired to do, where a transit driver moved through an intersection, changed lanes into the bicycle lane, and then struck and hit a pedestrian, injuring the pedestrian. And the question that was put to me was the driver being negligent in his duties in driving the bus. And I ruled that yes, in fact, the driver was being negligent. And I based that decision on these reasons. More than 40% of crashes happen at intersections. Vulnerable road users are sharing road space here, and there's a much higher incident of crossing paths of travel with cyclists, pedestrians, and motorcycle riders. And these vulnerable road users make up more than 25% of traffic fatalities in quote-unquote industrialized countries. The other information that was presented in this video was that you could change lanes in a roundabout, and that when you were turning, you didn't have to turn into the closest lane. Both of these may be right legally, but they're not your best defensive posturing. And if you're doing it, you're significantly increasing your chances of being involved in a risk. And this is the thing with driving. We teach you skills and abilities to keep you safe. Maybe not today, maybe not next month or next year, but in 10 years, that's when these habits and skills are going to kick in and prevent you from being involved in a crash. Because in driving, you could go along, you could be changing lanes in intersections and not turning into the closest lane, just turning into whatever lane that you want, and you'll get away with this for quite a number of years. And then there's one day it's going to finally catch up with you and you're going to be involved in a crash. We're trying to instill habits, skills, and techniques that are going to keep you safe. Now, many of you are looking for information to pass your driver's test in your state, in your province, or wherever else you are in the world. Be critical of the information that is being presented to you. In the video, it's interesting that it goes along, it presents this information, and then it says you have to come to a stop at a yellow light, which is correct. But in the video, all the legislation is presented for the yellow light argument, but the other, changing lanes at an intersection, a roundabout, and not turning into the closest lane, there's no legislation presented for that. As well, what are the credentials of the person who's presenting the video? Do they have any credentials such as my own? Up here behind me, I have my driving instructor's license, which is valid. I teach people how to drive every day. As well, I have extra credentials. I have a PhD, and I write and teach and shoot videos about helping people to be the best drivers they can be, to be a safer, smarter driver. And if you can't verify the information, then find another source. Find somebody that's reliable and trustworthy to give you the best information so that you can pass your driver's first time, as well as being a safer, smarter driver so that you don't crash and you keep yourself, your family, and other road users safe on the roadway. And as my tagline, pick the best answer, not necessarily the right answer. Have a great day. Bye now. Hang on there one sec. The thought of failing your driver's test is what keeps you up at night right now. Click the link over here. Check out the Smarter Driver course package that guarantees that you will pass your driver's test first time. Click the link and check that out. And have a great day. All the best.